You're listening to Chaotically Disciplined with your hosts Shannon and Zaida, two goofy real-life rave moms where we chat about fitness, parenthood, and our love of music festivals.
We'll show you that you can have mid-time management skills, occasional meltdowns, and be disorganized as fuck, but still always get shit done. All right, guys, we're back. It's been a little while. Life has been lifing. We are just super busy, so our recording schedule is a little off, but we're back, and we're finally going to talk about what we've been wanting to talk about for a while, which is our festival plans for the rest of this year. We're already a quarter of the way in, which is kind of crazy. Well, yeah. Yes, a quarter of the way in. I can't math today. So, some of the plans that I was going to talk about have already passed. When we originally wanted to talk about this, I was going to talk about Mommy Music Week, which has already happened, and that was fun. So, we'll just cover the rest of our plans for the year, and then we both kind of have a wish list on things that would be nice to attend. If not this year, then eventually at some point in time. So, hopefully this episode will not be rambling on, but you know us. We'll see what happens.
We do. Anyway, yep.
Okay, so who wants to go first? Let's see.
You go first. My list is definitely going to be shorter in terms of what I'm attending. I'm limited in that aspect this year. So you go first, then I go, then you go.
To kind of recap, the festival I always start the year off with is Groove Cruise. That's in January. So did that. Was amazing. Refer to our recap episode where I talk all about how that went. Then Miami Music Week was last month at the end of March. So not a festival. It's right before Ultra, which I did not go to. And that was a lot of fun. Went with the Seven Lions crew for the Ophelia Showcase. Had a ton of fun at that. And my next festival that I would have loved to attend but am not attending is Breakaway, which is this weekend in Tampa. I had wanted to attend it. I attended it last year and it was so fun. So I would strongly encourage anybody, if there's a Breakaway coming to your city or a city near you, to go. It's just nice to have a really well put together festival. Like, the production is good. I guess it probably depends on the city, like whether or not the locations they're picking are good, but where they had it here last year and where they're having it this year, both of the, like, it's a good location. I felt like it was a really nice sized festival, didn't feel oversold. Like, I went both days last year. So like this year the headliners are Dom Dalla and Tiesto, so love both of those. Would have totally loved to go, but just wasn't in the cards this year. But maybe next year if they come back, I'll be able to go. So that was on my next list that I had intended on going, but it's not happening. So coming up in literally a month from yesterday is EDC Las Vegas. I have gone to EDC every single year since 2017. It is another one of my favorite festivals. It's a beast of a festival. Definitely takes a lot out of you, but that festival.
Are you going all 3 days?
We're as of right now, yeah. So we booked our hotel, so we're gonna be there Thursday and Monday. So it's gonna be quick. I'm hoping on Thursday I can catch that techno parade thing or whatever.
I was gonna ask you. You should definitely.
Really want, like, I was like, if we come in the day before, I want to go to that. So we'll see. I'm excited for some of the new stuff. I'm excited, obviously, to go support Jeff and hang out with Emma. Both Emmas, actually, because Emma Capotes will be there, and then Emma Montalvo. I'm friends with both of them. So yeah, we'll be at EDC Las Vegas as of right now, all 3 days, but you never know, because we don't just go, as attendees. We also go kind of in a, not kind of, but in a work capacity. So if it makes more sense to do something else, rather than go to the festival, we might do that, but, we could go all 3 days. Sometimes too, like, we also no longer feel obligated to, like, stay as long as possible anymore. While that festival is very near and dear to us, the way that we attend it, I guess, and the reasons we attend it have changed. So there's a lot of people on the lineup I would love to see, but I'm going with friends and clients, and I will have a meetup there for my clients that do the EDC program, of course, and I want to hang out with them too. But yeah, EDC Las Vegas is the next festival on the list. This will be our 9th one, I think, because we went in 2017, 2018, 2019, and then 2020 didn't happen. Then we had October 2021, then 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. Yeah, this is number 9.
That's
so this will be number 9. So that's exciting. I'm excited about it. 0 outfits purchased. Not a 1.
Let's get on it, man, because things are being delivered on time, you know?
I know. So like it sounds so silly, but it's on my to-do list this week. You have to order your shit if it has to be ordered, or not, you're going to be purchasing stuff in the store, which I'm also okay with, because I'm also kind of, well, I love the ravey style, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not going to have my ass out at festivals anymore. I kind of am changing the way I dress at festivals a little bit, so it's sort of more clubby in general than it is ravey, like something you could also wear to a club. So it's stuff I can buy in stores if I have to, for the most part. It's not necessarily something that I have to order. You know, I would have loved to have had something, you know, custom made or ordered from like a small business, but I'm sort of in a time crunch right now. So I might sort of rely on the other online stores, you know, that can ship things out quicker, because it's already like ready to go.
Fashion Nova hit it real fast.
Like, I love Fashion Nova. Like, I really love them. I love Finesse. They're kind of like a step above Fashion Nova to me. Like, their stuff's more expensive, but
probably better quality.
Yeah. Well, yes and no.
Really?
Because I've ordered some stuff that's cheapy and it sort of falls apart too after a few times. So, but then I've ordered stuff that's like really nice quality, where I'm like, wow, I'm surprised I got this at this price. So it's sort of like hit or miss as far as the quality, but it's always looked like the picture. So it's not like I've gotten something that I, you know, was less than like what it looked like. It just, as far as like maybe the material it's made from, sometimes it's like legit, and sometimes it's like, oh, this is not gonna last very long. I love Windsor, which there's an actual store in the mall if I don't, you know. So I have ideas. I just need to like order the pieces and put it all together, but I don't think I'm gonna be super ravey this year. Like, it's probably gonna look more nightclubby, I think, is the vibe, as far as like the stuff that I've saved. But anyway, this is literally like probably the most behind. Like, I've definitely usually ordered at least one like main outfit by now and like gotten it in and everything. I don't think I've been this far behind since like year 1 where I was like, oh man, what do I wear to this thing?
Yeah, you're like scrambling to get it together. You've had so many things happening back to back to back, where you're like, oh, and I feel also that the beginning of this year has gone by way faster than last year's beginning.
Yes.
I thought we had so much more time, but we're literally a month out now. It's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, holy crap! Like, how did we get here so fast? And I mean, we've both been busy, so
yes.
Yeah. The kids last night too were like, this school year has gone by even faster than last year, and last year's went by really fast. And I'm like, yeah, it can just go at a normal pace. Like, I'm not even asking it to slow down, but it's just like one thing after the other.
I'd say that the Unreal Germany installment, that's what I would say to go, and that's what I would love to go and see if I was going to be there.
Okay.
You know,
where's that? That's like downtown?
No, I think it's I'm not sure about the details, to be honest, but I think that it's going to be a temporary installment, maybe one of the stages itself. Like, I don't know if it'll be Neon Garden or how it's going to go. I'm sure Emma knows a little bit more, but it's like, might have to do with the laser effects or the light effect. I'm not sure, because just like Clang Kunstler, the way that he puts on his shows on his tour is like a specific like format with the lighting, where it's just like, it just looks better than anything I've ever seen. It looks cooler. You know, they have different laws with lasers out there, so I'm not sure if it has to do with that type of part of the production or what. But ask Emma about it. I'm sure she knows.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. Like I said, I'm like, I just kind of know where I'm going. I haven't super researched like the stuff's going on. All I know is like, oh, there's a new techno parade. They're closing this parts of the strip down for. That would be really cool to see that. So
that's gonna be so fun.
Yeah. So then we're doing something. This isn't a festival, but I'm throwing it in here because it's a big deal to me. I'm gonna go to my first Red Rocks, which
Yes.
again for Jeff. So we're gonna be at EDC, with Jeff and Seven Line, all the Seven Lions crew. But then he has a really big tour stop for his album tour at Red Rocks. I've never been to Red Rocks before. I'm really excited about it. It's a little crazy with the scheduling because it's the week after EDC. So we're going to be like popping around back and forth.
It'll be so
But
worth it though. I love it.
yes, I am excited about that. I have other friends and clients going too, so that will be exciting. And I'm really, really happy that my first Red Rocks experience will get to be, you know, supporting him and watching him because I've been a long time fan, and then we've worked together for a few years now, so super excited about that. And then so that's towards the end of May because then we hit EDC in the middle, and then now we're in the second half for Red Rocks. Then there is a small festival in Orlando called, I think it's called Lionheart. Joe Midas told us about it. I am looking for the full lineup. I have to find that, but it's in June. So we're probably going to that because that's, Orlando's an hour 20 away. And so if we're free and we're able to either bring the kids and leave them in a hotel there or have somebody watch the kids, I don't know how it'll work out childcare. Well, you know how it is. Everything kind of depends on that. So this could end up not working out, or maybe just Kenny goes. But we're planning on making it to that because if we have a friend going, then we're way more inclined to try and be there to hang out with them and support them. So a small festival in Orlando called Lionheart, I believe, is what I'll be doing next. And then the only other thing I have planned for sure is EDC Orlando. So I'll be back in Orlando in November for EDC. That's just, as much as I love EDC Las Vegas and it's one of my favorite festivals, it is in Vegas. And I'm here in Tampa, so Orlando is just like a quick drive over. So, I have, and it's also a big festival program that I gear my programs towards. So anytime I have like a big one, if I can make it, it's really important to me because then we all kind of come together for that festival. So as of right now, there's no reason why I would not be able to make EDC Orlando. So I do plan on being there. So those are my for sure plans, for the year. Now everything, stuff can pop up at the last minute. I don't overcommit myself. You know how it is, because for one, it's hard with having kids. I can't say yes to something without knowing whether I'll be able, if we're both going to go, we have to find someone to watch the kids. If we're not going to go and it's just going to be me, I still have to be careful committing to something because Kenny could get a show or I need to travel, and then I'm back to, okay, well now I got to find someone to watch the kids. So like making long-term commitments to festivals is, I can't do it for very many. I have to be really, really choosy, as again, so do you, because you also have children. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, financially, I can't go to everything I want to go to because even though, a lot of times we are going with friends and so we're not actually having to purchase a festival ticket, you still have to pay for hotel and food and flights and all of those other things. Potentially new outfits, which I have become a master of just re-wearing stuff a lot lately. So for multiple reasons, but so I can't just go to everything. Well, I would love to go to more stuff. I can't do it. I mean, as you could see, like I have Breakaway literally right in my city and I'm not going to it. Mostly for, trying to save money and time and all these other things we got going on. So yeah, stuff can pop up. I'm not saying this is, this is it, but this is it for now. This is all I have planned. So now it's your turn. You can share what you are for sure going to, and then we'll move on to our wish lists.
Yes, so we are going to go to Movement in about 5 weeks, which I'm so excited for. I've been wanting to go to this festival for a while just because it's Techno City. This is where techno originated. So I'm nerdy about the history of it. and we're going for all 3 days. And we are bringing our youngest, who is going to be 6 months old. At the time, he'll be 7 months old. And so I did not know that this was an all ages festival until Karina's brother Michael pointed out to me, because I was talking about going because of a specific artist for just one day. And he's just like, just bring the kids. It's all ages. And I was like, so I'm like, okay, we can make it, because I'm breastfeeding and I don't want to pump for it because I don't make enough milk for that. So I'm really excited that we're going to just, pop a couple layers of ear protection on him, have him in the carrier, and he's very happy in the baby carrier. So in regards to the festival itself, it's kind of like ARC. It's in the middle of the city. So I vibe with that. I love city festivals. I'm from outside of Boston. I didn't grow up in the city itself, but I always was in the city for college and, growing up to visit. And so when I go to a city festival, the vibe just like feel kind of at home somehow, even though the city is very different. What's really cool about this lineup is that it has a couple of the originators of techno, like the OGs, are playing there. So that's really cool that we get to see them. It's just like a spectrum of music that's different. They have a little bit of hip hop influence. There's house, techno, but all the things that fall in between that spectrum, a couple of live acts. So I'm just really excited to experience this. And my outfits for it are more like kind of fluffy streetwear pieces that I put together.
I'm a fan of that, so.
Yes, it's very comfortable, honestly, the stuff that I'm going to be wearing. Like I have these really thick sweatpants
Also
from
a fan of that.
Yes, and like a white bodysuit that I found to like kind of cinch it together. And just some things that I already had that are like pieces of clothes that I don't get to wear a lot because, stay-at-home mom life. I'm wearing t-shirts most of the time. So I'm excited to like, I even got detailed this time where I made notes about like, the type of hair and like makeup that I want to do for each outfit. So then I'm ready to go. And I have some tutorials that I've been watching, but I need to have it organized because with the tutorials, you can watch them in the moment, but it's also nice to kind of practice a couple of times with the makeup and not just like do it that day, because if you have to remove it a bunch of times, like your skin gets irritated, you know what I mean? So something I'm excited about is at that festival, they have an underground stage. So it's literally completely covered and you have to somehow get down there, whether it's stairs or it's just like a ramp down into it. And it's like completely underneath another stage. So that's going to be really cool. And I don't know if we'll have to trade off, me and Craig, where if I want to go into the crowd, I'll go in the crowd and he stays with the baby somehow. Well, we're going to make it work. So looking forward to that. And then I have it as like a potential wish list for him would be to go to Elements for a day. I'll just start going into the wish list because we're only going to Movement. That's our one festival for the year. It's more of a financial thing, honestly, as well as having a breastfed baby. I'm like, let's just, minimize how much we're going out right now.
Yeah.
But Elements, I hope that he can just go for a day or something, because it won't be me, but I want him to go because the lineup is so good for Elements this year. It's so well rounded.
Yeah.
It just it's like Grizz is going to be there, and like it's so much fun bass and wubby music too, which I love a little bit of that. So we'll see. He may or may not like that. Anyway, so we can go into the wish list if you'd like.
Okay. All right. So for the wish list. So I'll just rattle mine off. And this is a wish list like until it happens, not necessarily for this year because I haven't been to any of these festivals ever. So it doesn't mean that I am trying to get them all in this year. Like I just want to go to them at some point.
In this lifetime.
Yeah, in this lifetime. I have not been to them yet. So these are like the ones that I have had on my bucket list for a while, or they would be the most convenient to go to. I think I could probably catch one of these, maybe two this year if I really tried. So we'll see. We'll see. If not, they could still be in the near, next couple of years if I don't get to any of them this year. But the first one is ARC.
Yes.
I've never been to ARC. I recently went to Chicago for the first time in November. Loved that city. Would love to go back. ARC is, house and techno, which are two of my favorite genres. So there's always a ton of artists that I love on the lineup. The lineup is, I don't even look at the lineup, honestly, because I know that if I just miraculously found myself at ARC, I would be totally fine without knowing who's there. Yes. They've added a fourth day this year because it's Labor Day weekend. So they were like, well, everybody's off Monday, so let's go ahead and just make that a full festival day. So, amazing. Like, I don't necessarily see it in the cards this year because that is going to come up pretty quick too. Like, while Labor Day weekend sounds very far away, it will come up fast. So, as of right now, no plans to go, but would love to attend one day. The next one for me would be Elements. I would love to go to Elements. I've heard nothing but great things about it. You went, Michelle, Melodic Bassheads, their client and friend, she went. I've had other friends that have gone. Like, again, I hear nothing but good things about it. The lineup the last couple of years that I've been paying attention to it has been really good. So, if not this year, then one year would be a lot of fun to go to that. Experts Only in
Yeah.
New York. I would love to go to that. I think if I had to pick one like dream festival on the list of everything I'm going through to like if you could only do one this year, not wait, this year I would probably pick Experts Only because
Mhm.
I love all of the artists that release on that label, love John Summit. That would just be a really fun time. I also, again, know a lot of friends and clients going, so I'd have people to hang out with. But that would be a really, really fun one. I know I would love all the music and have a great time. It's in a cool location, so there's other things to do. It's on the East Coast. So it's not, as far as travel, anything on this side of the country is always going to be easier for me to try and plan for.
Yes.
So yeah, if I had to pick one more thing to add this year, it would probably be that one.
How many days is that? Is it two?
I think it's 2 days. It's September 19th and 20th, so it's later in September.
Nice.
Yeah, so that would be a lot of fun to attend one day, if not this year. The next one is Halloween, which
Yes.
is sort of in my vicinity again. Like it's a couple, 2 or 3 hours away. I'm not sure, but it's a little drive, but it's still in Florida. It's not super far. It's driving distance, so I wouldn't have to fly anywhere. Um, Last year, heard nothing but good things about it, like glowing reviews from everything I saw online, from people I know personally who went. It's not the lineup doesn't necessarily like call to me with anything crazy where I'm like, oh wow, I have to see this person or that's amazing. But for me, it would be more of the vibes. Like
It's the experience that's
I
really good.
heard nothing but good things. It was sort of like its own little mini electric forest, which I'm like, well, that would be much easier for me to get to and plan for one day than actually going to Electric Forest. Well, that would be an amazing experience too. Like this one seems like it's sort of like, oh, if you can't foresee yourself wanting or being able to go to East or Las Vegas, then go to East Orlando and you're gonna kind of get like the vibes, but on a much smaller scale. Like that's sort of what I'm gathering from Halloween is like if you don't foresee yourself ending up at Electric Forest anytime soon or wanting to go to that or paying for that or whatever, like you can kind of get similar experiences out of Halloween.
And I
So,
think so Elements, people talked about it being like a mini forest there, but Halloween, because I haven't been to forest, but I've been to Halloween, I think that it would be more of a
in
reflection
line.
of, yeah.
Yeah, that's like Elements to me seems more. Now, I haven't been to either one of these. Bonnaroo, like when I read about like people that go to Bonnaroo and how that is and Elements, I'm like, well, those seem like somewhat similar. Those seem more similar like when you're talking about like camping experience. Maybe Okeechobee is somewhere like in there
Yeah.
with those. I could be totally wrong because I haven't been to any of these, but just
Well,
based on what I read and people's experiences, those seem more similar than Elements and Halloween. Like Halloween seems more similar to Electric Forest than those other ones do.
that makes sense though, because
Yeah.
Halloween is like you are in the woods, like
Yeah.
everywhere around you, versus Elements only has a small portion. I mean, you're still in nature, don't get me wrong, but you're not like completely surrounded the way you are.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know, just a different vibe. But I haven't been to forest, so I don't know. But that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Just from what I see, like as someone who's just watching it, from my perspective as an outsider, not having experienced it. So correct me if I'm wrong. I very well could be, but that's just what I'm gathering as far as similarities. Like if I were to do a Venn diagram of these festivals, like Halloween and Electric Forest would have more in common than like the other ones have with them. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
that makes
Anyways,
sense.
so and then um Three Points in Miami, I would love to go to. I think it's in October. When I just kind of like did a quick glance on their social media, and I think the last one was in October, so I'm assuming that's when it's going to be again. I don't even know if they've announced anything, but again, just by proximity, Miami's not like that's a 4.5 hour drive from where I am. I have friends I could stay with and attend with. So that would just, and it's the, the music that I like. I think that's another like house and techno kind of vibe.
Hmm.
It gives me like seismic dance event vibes. That's in Austin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but I'm here. Well, that seismic would be another easy one for me to go to also because I'm from Texas, so going that would give me a reason to go visit family and then also pop over that festival. But I think seismic is too. It's in November-ish. I think it's too close to EDC Orlando. It's too close to something, which is why like it doesn't really ever work out for me to be able to go. Um, but 3 Points I think would be a reasonable one. Like while I wouldn't put it above like wanting to go to experts only, if someone gave me like, oh, you can pick one of these from your wish list to go to, I would pick experts only. But 3 Points or this next one, Art Basel. Am I
Oh,
saying
yeah.
it right? I think it's Art Basel.
Art Basel.
Art
Yes.
Basel. Also in Miami. I think that one's in December, if I remember correctly. It's towards the end of the year. So those two would be easier for me to attend because I could just drive to them. They're also in Florida. I have, friends that I could stay with and go with. So those realistically, those last two would be the ones that if I were gonna add something else to the things I'm already attending, those are probably the more realistic ones that could maybe happen that I could plan for.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't be my top picks if someone was like, pick any one of these off of your wish list. I would pick experts only. But so that's my wish list. Some of it is like harder to get to, but it's been on my wish list for a while, and the other ones are not. They haven't been on my wish list for a while, but because of proximity and because of vibes and music, I would be really likely and interested in going to them because why not? I'm here. They're not as hard to plan for. So,
Yes.
yep,
I
that's
think an Art Basel is like a collection of events regarding like literal art shows, and then the music kind of surrounds that.
hmm
That's at least how it was when I was living in Miami, and so it's pretty cool. I would love to go to that with you, and I think it would just be such a cool experience because then it's art. Like let's go look
yeah,
at art and
yeah, yeah,
get that.
yeah. That would
Little
be
bit.
fun to plan like a little cousin mom's trip or something. Like that would be
Yes.
fun. That would be fun to
Love
come
the idea.
to. Yeah, because you could always just do what you did last month, where you drive down and if your parents are there, you just leave the boys with your parents, and then we go over. We go over to one of those. That would be fun.
Yes, I like that idea. Let's
Yeah.
hold that in our pocket for the future because
Yeah, if not this year, then whenever, because I'm gonna live here forever. So as long as those festivals are going on, we'll figure it out.
I.
But all right, so what's your wish list?
So my wish list at this point, because I don't know when in the heck I'm going to be able to do any of this stuff, is mostly international stuff right now. Because um, so my wish list, just in terms of like specific events that I have my eye on, would be going to ADE Amsterdam Dance Event for
And he
sure.
might
Because
be going to that this year. He's gonna try to plan for that. Yeah,
oh, that's
we'll
amazing.
see.
I hope that works out for him because it
Yeah.
would just be incredible. So many different events. And obviously, like the trip itself to go to Amsterdam is definitely something I want to do in general. Just to experience a little culture shock and then the culture shock of the event itself, all the event itself,
hmm
what it's like to party in Europe that needs to happen
Yeah,
sooner than later. So, I'm like, y'all better still be doing it when I'm done with kids.
I'm
All right.
sure. I feel like that's like Europe's version of Miami Music Week, except I think
Not
it's
going
even like
anywhere.
crazier in some ways. So like, yeah, I'm sure that will be going on forever.
Yes. Better be. And so there's that. Then this is kind of a random one, but I've seen it online. It's called Luminosity, and it's a beach event somewhere in Northern Europe. I have to
Hmm.
look up to where it's in
I
the
feel like I've
Netherlands,
heard of it
maybe.
before.
I think it's Netherlands, and it's a heavy trance lineup.
Oh,
So
okay.
I would love to just go in Europe, listen to trance on the beach for hours on end. Okay, of course. So that's,
Who wouldn't?
it might just be me, not many other people I know, but you'll be there with me if I teleport us
We'll
there.
both be there
So,
like,
oh yeah. It's just like the perfect matchup. Trance just goes with the beach to me, so I would love that. So there's another one. I want to go to Germany. I want to go to Germany to experience techno and what's going on in the scene there. There are so many artists that come from Germany, so I just feel like there's a plethora of artists to see there. So that I also follow at this point. I want to go to some sort of underground rave there.
yeah, that would be pretty sick, actually.
It's also similar to like the origin of techno being from Detroit is also there's an origin from Germany too. So I think it would just come like I pay my dues to my techno self by going.
Yeah.
Look forward to that one day, just going to Europe. And then me and you both talked about this. We'd love to go to Ibiza, not to a specific event that I know of,
Just
but
to go.
go for
Like you
the
have to
vibe.
check that off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are my wish list events right now. The fact that there's a Tomorrowland in Brazil, kind of want to do that just because Brazil's amazing. I want to go back, and if I was going to do Tomorrowland, I'd want to do it in Brazil because it's combined things. So that's my wish list. I'm not sure if it's a little crazy to be wanting to go to those things. It's more that it's probably a little further away because it's like, who's watching the kids? It's the question. Are we going to bring
that is the $1,000,000 question
with us? Right. It'd be a whole production. So probably going to have to wait till the kids are a little older for that. I think one other one that stuck out to me was Shambhala, which is in Canada. Somewhere, and we've looked at the lineup for years. It looks like it'd be really fun, camping, floating down the river, so it's a whole day's event. So not sure about that when it could happen. And then one other one that is interesting to me, it's in California.
People watching this on YouTube are like,
this baby's just, he doesn't stop moving. He takes cat naps and he's done.
I don't know if you looked at our analytics, but we get the most people watch this mostly on YouTube, but they're not streaming it on Spotify.
Well, good. Then they get to see it.
It is very important to me that they see how we do.
He pulled out an eyelash straight up, not just a single, a cluster. Yeah. It was a fake one, and he went.
It's like, this is how
I just applied. It was fresh. How dare
you owe me $5, baby.
Right.
I just applied this.
Oh, I lashes, man, and it actually stayed somehow. But I was just like, wow.
This is how like rave moms practice their flow toys, is because you're just like holding the baby like you would like a light whip.
Literally. Which, by the way, when you gonna get it?
Oh God, I know. Did I tell you that story?
No.
So Mariah, Hurricane Raver, day one of Groove Cruise at Kinney's first set, was like, "Hey, I brought you a present because I know you wanted one," and she hands me a light whip, and she was like, "Do it," and I was like, of course, like I'm like, I've never done this, but I'm like, gonna do this for all these people, so I got like kind of shy, and I was like, I'll go put it. Like there was like a speaker or something behind him where where the decks were. I was like, I'm going to set it over there, just, so it's out of the way, but you don't have to hold it. I don't have to hold it. And because I didn't have like a bag or anything on me.
Yeah.
It's Groove Cruise. Like nobody carries bags and stuff. And so I set it down and she was like, okay. And then at the end of the night, it wasn't there. So I assumed, because she had mentioned, she was like, oh, or I can go like put it back in my room and give it to you later. I was like, cool, but we didn't like make a firm decision on that. And then at the end of the night, it wasn't there. So she thought I took it and I thought she took it. So I had it I owned one for a few seconds that she gifted to me. So I feel really bad about it. Cause like, she bought it, spent the money, and then it immediately like got lost. I feel terrible. Like, so I recently had one that I never used and lost almost immediately. So I need to just buy myself one and probably buy her one too.
Yeah, that would be so awesome for you to start doing that. I think that you're gonna love it. I would love to try out a whip one day. I think I'm a little more fixated on trying to learn hoop isolations because I have some hoops.
Yeah,
Um, but it's all so much fun, you know. I think just get it, buy it. Don't
yeah.
think about it. Buy it,
I
and then
know, I know. I need to do it.
start
I'm gonna
practicing.
no, I need to get on that, you know. But you know how it goes. Well, that about covers it. Short and sweet episode. I think that's all we got for today. So we will see you guys next time. Bye.